Hello, hello. So this week we are tiling the kitchen, but first I had to do a little bike ride with the kids. After that, we got on it. We're tiling. It's a hot day. Sorry, we're tiling. It's a hot day, isn't it, Helen?
Yeah, babe. It's a hot day. It's too hot to be outside. It's too hot to be inside. But we need to do the kitchen, so we're just cracking on with it.
Before we could get to tiling, I had to fix up the wall. You can see the patchwork on the right, and where that seam is, essentially that was protruding forward. So I put a straight edge along the wall to make it flat. Otherwise tiling would have been a nightmare and it would have looked a real mess. Then I had to frame out the window. Now I wanted a really chunky windowsill like I had in the bathroom because I really liked it. But the wood for that had doubled, and we don't know if we're going to use this later on if we get round to replacing the windows. So I just decided to try and patch it together and make myself a windowsill. A lot of you are going to be watching this thinking I should be using a biscuit joint and doing all of that. And yeah, I should. I don't have one of those machines, so I've just got to make do. So just pre-drilled some holes halfway through one bit of timber, and the idea was line it all up and screw it together with loads of wood glue. Not the most scientific or precise ways to do this by any means, but it was good enough and it's worked. I'm very happy with it. Then came to trimming out the window, and I was really lucky because all of this trim was all leftover offcuts. And I really like knowing that I've used absolutely every bit. So yeah, I think this worked out well. It was really fiddly and took a lot of cuts, but I think it was worth it. Before I could fit in the rest of the frame, I needed to sand down the windowsill. So I had a really fine sandpaper, and to be honest, it was pretty worn as well. So it really was very fine. And I just made sure I took off the glue and made the seam between the two pieces of wood just pretty flawless. And it took a bit of elbow grease, but it was definitely worth it. It looked really good. And I'm really, really happy with the result. And as soon as that was done, it was on to staining. Cue classical music. Now obviously there isn't too much to show you right now because it still isn't finished. There's light fittings, we have to do the door, but I think from these few pictures you get a good idea of where we're going with this. And if you want to see where we go with it, then tune in next week. If you liked the episode, please think about hitting like and subscribe. And if you didn't, as you were.